Okay, hey guys. Uh, I have here Batgirl. Um, I don't really have a stand for my phone yet, so I'm using my coffee mug here. But what I've been doing is printing busts of superheroes or pop culture references, and I started painting them. So you can see my prints are getting. I used to have really kind of bad prints. Just got into 3D printing a few years ago, and with kids and, well, one kid, and just a job and life in general, they're not perfect. You can see some of her lines here aren't great, um, but this is a far cry better than it was previously. So I'm getting better at printing, and I wanted to start painting them. So my wife has some acrylic paints, and I've been, putting it in this tray and using some these older paints and paint brushes that I had lying around. And it's turning out quite well. Let me grab, since this is my first video, I have a Spider-Man that I think turned out quite well. Hello. And then a Bender that my 5-year-old actually helped me paint. So, his eyes, right in the sockets, that you can see the black. It's really hard to paint. And then I have a kind of a shaky hand. You could probably tell the teeth were tough. So my next challenge is Batgirl, and then even more. Sorry, I walked away. An even more complicated. I've printed Skeletor, so he turned out really cool. I hope I don't ruin him by painting him. But the cool thing about 3D printing is that you can make it again. So my plan is, with this channel, is to slowly paint and have you guys along for the ride, and I'll hopefully stay quiet for most of it. And I can improve 3 things as we go along, right? I can improve the prints, and I could repaint them. I can improve my brushes, because I hope to get some better brushes maybe, and then improve my paints. These are older paints. They're get a little watery or not so watery. The consistency's odd. But it's a good thing, kind of a starting point for me to have these free materials. So I've been painting Batgirl here for a little while, and I want to continue. So let's keep going, I suppose. And then I decided to record it because I really like watching other people do some of this meticulous work. And like I said, my hands are kind of shaky, so I want to fix that by training the muscles. I think you can train the muscles. And this is acrylic paint. I read this goes on the PLA plastic quite well. I was talking to my wife, and she's like, well, what kind of paint works? Because I was painting Spider-Man, and some of it was kind of rubbing off and running down, and I had to do several coats, and she's like, well, maybe a oil-based paint would stick better. But, oops, see, and I'm not that great at keeping it in the lines there, but her bust is going to be actually purple, so I can paint over that. That's okay. And I'm talking to it, I'm not as concentrated. And the light's not great. I'm going to upgrade the lights too, as I hopefully maybe this thing will get some more hits here. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I really like this. Is very therapeutic. In between, shoot, look at me go. Yeah, I was fine until I hit the record button, right? Here we go. Wait a minute. Okay. There we go. Got my groove back there. There we go. See how that works? Concentrate. But yeah, in between work obligations, and today's a pretty quiet day, I'm just doing some painting. And it's great. And then, yeah, see the little mistakes I made. I'll just go over that later when it dries with the darker color. And even the lighter color, as long as it's not black, it seems to cover the dry paint pretty well. I 3D printed Elsa from Frozen for my daughter. She just painted that herself, and it is a mess, but she loves it. She goes, I'm done. And she thinks it's beautiful, so she has one of these too. I wish I could do that with projects. Say, I'm done. But I'm always looking for improvements. Pretty critical, right? Alright, I will be back. I have to go. Thanks for listening to me ramble here a second, but I think this could start out nice. I like this orange. See, and I already have to repaint these spots here, make it nice and thick. So we'll get this. You and I can get Batgirl looking awesome. Okay.